Yeah, hello and how are you? Hey friends, welcome to the Shen Show. I am your host, Shenandoah Briscoe, coming to you from right here in where else but St. Charles, Missouri. Today's Monday, June the 22nd, 2020, meaning I got a happy birthday shout out going out to John Miller and Nineveh, that's Nineveh, Sierra Biondo and Mary Klinghammer. Klinghammer. I think that's all one word, Klinghammer. Should be. Anyway, Mary Klinghammer. And so without further ado, here's a birthday song for the three of you. You know, I have to say, hey, John. Hey, Nineveh. Yeah, that's it. Nineveh. And Mary. Hey, I heard it's your birthday today. So happy birthday, I'ma say. Hey, I know you got another year older today. So happy birthday to you, I say. I say, hey, Nineveh. Hey, Mary. And John. Well, happy birthday, I say to you. I said, hey, I heard it's your birthday today. So happy birthday, I'ma say. You know, you're one more year older today. So happy birthday to you, I say and many more. Cha 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 cha. Got some Facebook folks shouts going out. That's right, Facebook folks shouts going out to Dana Jennings, Karen Sanders, Melissa Holtz, and without further ado, Amanda Sue. A little, that is. And then I got a shout out going out to Kyle Porter, or Potter that is. Potter, I don't know why you have to do that sort of thing, Potter. Had a telephone interview with Mr. Potter today. And then I also have a shout out going out to nurse practitioner April, whom I done my very first doctor video visit thing, you know. And, well, we did it. We accomplished it. So there you go. So. Shout outs to you also, April. And did I get that right? I'm sure I was getting that right. I'm Kyle Potter. That's right, Kyle Potter. Because well, he was serving me my notice that if I didn't get some information filled out on the phone there or not, I'd be out of luck with some of the programs I'm going through. And so well, I figured I'd better go ahead and fill out that there information. And what did I do? I filled it out. We got it all through and taken care of. So I'm good for another year. So there you go. How about some local weather? Well, I tell you what, right now it's just kind of overcast and cloudy. I think it rained and thundered a little bit earlier, but didn't rain over here yet. But it is 85 degrees and it didn't look good. Did thunder quite a bit. So anyway, the remainder of the day's weather forecast is partly, you notice why I'm looking over there? I'm looking out the front door. I've got a door switch over here, and I just punch that door switch, open the door over there so I can look out the door and see the weather. You guys want me to tell you what kind of weather we're having? Well, there you go. I looked and I saw. But anyway, partly to mostly cloudy skies with scattered thunderstorms during the evening. Lows around 64 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds west to northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chances of rain 50%. And then Tuesday, June the 23rd. Generally sunny skies despite a few afternoon clouds. Highs around 81 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Then mainly clear overnight. Lows near 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds are going to be west to northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then a few clouds from time to time on Wednesday, June the 24th, with highs around 82 degrees Fahrenheit, and winds are going to be north to northwest, that is, west to northwest. We'll get it right in a minute here, at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then mostly clear skies overnight. Lows around 61 degrees Fahrenheit, and winds are going to be southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. So that's going to change your temperatures around quite a bit. Yeah, sure did. Boost that temperature all the way from 82 up to 81. Generally sunny skies, despite a few afternoon clouds, and a stray shower or thunderstorm is quite possible. On Thursday, June the 25th, high temperatures 88 degrees. Winds are going to be light and variable. See, with that shift in wind from the northwest to the southwest, that's where you're going to get your weather change. I'm sorry, I've just been learning as I go. I'm not a meteorologist or anything, but I'm learning as I go along. Anyway, partly to cloudy skies in the evening time, followed by scattered thunderstorms out after midnight. After midnight, we're gonna let it all hang out. That rain is gonna twist and shout. Anyway, winds are gonna be light and variable, and chances of rain is gonna be 50%. South to southwest winds at 5 to 10, or about 5 miles per hour. Then Friday, June the 26th, a mix of clouds, sun with a mix of clouds and sun, with a chance of isolated thunderstorms in the afternoon. Highs around 93 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds south to southwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chances of rain 30%. And then we've got partly cloudy skies with late night showers or thunderstorms here and there. Lows around 73 degrees Fahrenheit and winds southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chances of rain 40%. Then Saturday, partly cloudy skies with a few stray showers or thunderstorms quite possible. Highs near 90 degrees Fahrenheit and winds southwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Few clouds later in the day, lows around 72 degrees Fahrenheit, and winds southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. That is Saturday, June the 27th, the final day of our 5-day forecast for the St. Charles viewing area. All right, that was brought to you by Wallace Resale. That's right, Wallace Resale, located on Facebook. You just go to Wallace Resale, check out their items, peruse down the page till you find the item that you like. Go ahead and throw mention of it into the messenger, and they will gladly get back to you just as soon as they can. All righty then. Yeah, very productive meeting today with the nurse practitioner. So that's all good. That's all good. All good. Oh, man, but I was looking out there, and earlier when that storm clouds were rolling in, it reminded me of a song, and we'll do a couple of them because that reminded me of a song right there. I'm going to give her a whirl. I may not be the best, but I'll give her a shot. And the Thunder Rolls song lyrics. That'd be 3:30 in the morning, not a soul inside. The city looks like a ghost town on a moonless summer night. Raindrops on the windshield, there's a storm moving in. He's headed back from somewhere that he never should have been. And the thunder rolls, and the thunder rolls. Every light is burning in a house across town. She's pacing by the telephone in her faded flannel gown, asking for a miracle, hoping she's not right, praying it's the weather that's kept him out all night. And the thunder rolls, and the thunder rolls. Well, the thunder rolls, and the lightning strikes, another rug grows cold on a sleepless night, as the storm blows on out of control, deep in her heart, the thunder rolls. She's waiting by the window when he pulls into the drive. She rushes out to hold him, thankful he's alive. But on the wind and rain, a strange new perfume grows. And the light front in her eyes flashes, and he knows that she knows, and thunder rolls. and the thunder rolls, and the lightning strikes, another love grows cold on a sleepless night. Oh, well, as the storm blows on, out of control, deep in her heart, the thunder rolls. Deep in her heart, the thunder rolls. Now, that wasn't the song that I was thinking about at the time. When I was thinking about it, I was thinking about some uh, stormy weather coming in. And, well, let's give that one a shot. How about it? All right. Song lyrics, Bad Moon on the Rise. I said, I see a bad moon rising. I see trouble on the way. I see earthquakes and lightning. I see bad times today. So don't go around tonight. It's bound to be your life. There's a bad moon on the rise. I hear hurricanes are blowing. I know the end is coming soon. I hear the rivers overflowing. I hear the voices raging and ruin. No, don't go around tonight. It's bound to take your life. There's a bad moon on the rise. I hope you got things together. I hope you're quiet, prepared to go. Looks like we're in for nasty weather. One eye is taken for the night. Oh, don't go around tonight. It's bound to be your life. There's a bad moon on the rise. I said, there's a bad moon on the rise. So it's one line about stormy weather throughout the whole song. Looky there. You know, I thought it started out with the bad weather. Oh, well, you know how that is. You get a song that you thought was one way, and it turns out to be a whole different way. It's been a long time, folks. It's been a long time. Coo-coo-ca-choo. You know what I'm saying? Coo-coo-ca-choo. Elvis Presley they got a Roku video thing going on, and they had an Elvis special thing that I was watching earlier, and they said that he was the crossover artist who basically brought black music to um, records and everything else. I mean, he was the one. He was the one that got her done. Him and Sun Records, of course. Sun Records, you can't forget Sun Records. But yeah, he had that black rhythm in him, and boy, I tell you what, when he danced around and played that sound, he could knock 'em down. I'm not gonna sing it. He really knocked 'em down. I don't even remember that song. I'm sure my dad's sitting there yelling at me. Oh, it's so and so. But Papa Doll again. I buy another around my friend. That ain't it. No, it's just a different one. I got the wagon guitar playing blues. You know what noise that is? You know what sound that is? Why, that's the whippoorwill. Song lyrics, Lonesome Whippoorwill. Hear that lonesome whippoorwill. He sounds too blue to fly. That midnight train is whining low. I'm so lonesome I could cry. I've never seen a night so long when time goes crawling by. The moon just went behind the clouds to hide its face and cry. Did you ever see a robin wave when leaves began to die? That means he's lost the will to live. I'm so lonesome I could cry. The silence of a falling star lights a purple sky, and I wonder where, oh, where you are. I'm so lonesome I could die. Well, that there was a lonesome whippoorwill. Hank Williams done that song. Yep. Oh, that was the record needle dragging on the record. I hope you guys got that, but I figured I'd explain it. Oh, by the way, I was telling my nurse practitioner, April, about my hot water treatment for whenever you come in from outside working, and she looked at that and thought it through, and she said, you're right. So that's from a doctor's mouth. Now I have confirmation from the doctor, well, nurse practitioner. I'm going to claim doctor. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm going to claim that because I now have confirmation. Well, I mean, I already knew it worked. You can lead a person to hot water, but you can't make them use it, okay? But I'm telling you that if you're hot and you've come in from outside and you're sweaty and you want to cool down, go to your faucet, get a wash rag, stick it in the sink, run the water as hot as possible, as hot as you can stand it. Pick that wash rag up, stick it on your face, hold it there until you can't stand it, maybe 3 to 5 seconds, usually it's about all you can handle. Wipe your neck, back and front, wipe your arms down. If you've got exposed legs, then wipe your legs down. All right, now in that event, you will cool right down in a heartbeat. It won't take no time at all to cool down. It's much easier than trying to cool down with cold water. It's much faster than trying to cool down with cold water because it's a medical reaction. It's a medical reaction to the hot water. The hot water brings your blood to the surface of the skin. Okay, this is your internal blood here, then it's coming to the surface of the skin. The air in the room cools that blood down. Well, that blood goes right back into your body. It cools your core. Now your core is cool. And so therefore you are cool. You don't have to worry about being hot no more. Now I generally put it like this though. Do it once and then do it the second time. I usually repeat because, well, hey, why not? But yeah, hot water, not cold. Hot, hot. Hot, hot, hot. And nobody else will ever believe me, and like I said, I can lead them to hot water, but I can't make them use it. There you go. Old horse sense from an old horse. I'm just a common sense man with a common sense plan. I'd like to make some common sense out of life. Got a straw in my mouth. I got a cord in my way. It's tangled up in my fingers, and it's been there all day. All right, let's see. Is it story time? Why, sure enough. Let's see if we can find us a story. Yesterday, I know I cut you guys short on everything because, well, hey, it was a short day because I was not, well, it was really late when I got started. It was like 9 o'clock before I even done one of the two. I have two broadcasts. You all know that. I do this and I do the Bible with Briscoe. So, therefore, uh, I didn't get to do the story because, well, I really ran out of time. Today, the story is still out of the Brothers Grimm because it just so happens to be the best book available for me at this point in time. I mean, I could probably go somewhere else and find a different book. But anyway, this one's The Wren and the Bear. Once upon a time, whoops, I done turned the page too early. Once upon a time in the summer, a bear and a wolf were taking a walk in a woods. When the bear heard a loud bird singing most most beautifully, and he said, "Brother Wolf, what kind of a bird is that singing so beautifully?" "That is the king of the birds, and we must bow down to it. But really, it was a wren." "If that is so," said the bear, "I should like to see his royal palace. Come, you must take me to it." "That's not so easy," said the wolf. "You must wait till the queen comes." Soon after, the queen made her appearance, bringing food in her beak, and the king came with her to feed their little ones, and the bear would even like to go in at once, but the wolf had him by the sleeve and said, "No, now you must wait till the king and queen fly away again." So they marked the opening of the nest and trudged on and trudged on, and they trudged on. But the bear had no rest till he could see the royal palace, and before long he went back. The king and the queen had gone out again. He peeped in and saw 5 or 6 young ones lying in the nest. "Is that the royal palace?" cried the bear. "Well, what a mere miserable place! And do you mean to say that you are royal children? You must be changelings." And when the young wrens heard this, they were furious and shrieked, "No, indeed, we are not. Our parents are honest people, and we must have this out with you." And the bear and the wolf were very much frightened. They turned around and ran home to their dens. But the young wrens continued to shriek and scream aloud, and when their parents came back with the more food, they said, "We won't touch so much as a leg of a fly, even if we starve, till you tell us whether we are really your lawful children or not. The bear has been here calling us names." Then said the old king, "Only be quiet, and this shall be seen to." Thereupon he and his wife, the queen, flew off to the bear in his den, and our children's names, if it will turn out badly for you. Wait a minute. Old bear, old Bruin, in the world? I missed a line. Thereupon he and his wife, the queen, flew off to the bear in the den, and called to him, "Old Bruin, why have you been calling our children names? It will turn out badly for you, and it will lead to a bloody war between us." So war was declared, and all the 4-footed animals were called together. the ox, the ass, the cow, the stag, the roe deer, and every other creature on earth. But the wren called together every creature which flew in the air, and not only birds both large and small, but also the gnats, the hornets, the bees, and the flies. And when the time come for the war, when the time come for the war to begin, the wren sent out scouts to discover where the commanding generals of the enemy were to be found. The gnats were the most cunning of all, and they swarmed in the wood where the enemy were assembled. And at that last they hid themselves under a leaf of the tree where the orders were being given. The bear called the fox up to him and said, "You are the slyest of all the animals, Renard. You shall be our general and lead us." "Very good," said the fox, "but what shall we have for a signal?" But nobody could think of anything. And then said the fox, "I have a fine, long, bushy tail, which almost looks like a red feather brush. When I hold my tail erect, things are going well, and you must march forward at once. But if it drops, you must all run away and hard, hard as you must all run away as hard as you can, as you ever have, and that you can." And when the gnats heard this, they flew straight home and told the wren every detail. And when the day broke, all the four-footed animals camped, and they came rushing to the spot where the battle was to take place. They came with such a trampling that the earth shook. The wren and his army also came swarming through the air. They fluttered and buzzed and coughed and enough to terrify one. And then they made for one another. The wren sent the hornet down with orders to set herself under the tail of the fox, and to sting him with all her might. And when the fox felt the first sting, he quivered and raised one leg in the air, but he bore it bravely and kept his tail erect. At the second sting he was forced to let it drop for a moment, but the third time he could bear it no longer. He screamed, and down went his tail between his legs. And when the animals saw this, they thought all was lost, and all of them they ran off, helter-skelter, as fast as they could, each to his own den. So the birds won the battle. When it was over, the king and the queen flew home to their children and cried, "Children, be happy. Eat and drink your heart's content. We have won the battle." But the young wrens said, we won't cat till, we won't eat until the bear comes here to make an apology and says that we are really and truly your lawful children. The wrens flew to the bear's den and cried, "Oh, Bruin, you will have to come and apologize to my children for calling them names, or else you will have all your ribs broken." So the great terror, the bear, crept to the nest and apologized, and at last the young wrens were satisfied, and they ate and drank and made merry till far into the night. Okay, there you go. Well, yeah, whatever. I think our next one is called um, The Frog Prince. I don't know, is it? That one's kind of long, I know, because I think that's still, no, that one changed. So maybe the Frog Prince. No, the Frog Prince is still going. Nope, that's it. Frog Prince is 2 pages. Yeah, we'll do that. Next time will be the Frog Prince. That'll be our next story. Okay? Okay. It's not today, though. Of course, you know what that means. Today is, let's see, not bookmarks bar. No, Shen Show stuff. That's where we're putting that. Okay, there we go. Now then, let's see. What's a book? What's a? Where are we going? What are we doing? Oh, how long have we been doing this? Ooh, a good 30 minutes. Looks like it is that time, right, folks? Time for the Daily Bread, our portion of the program called Our Daily Bread. You know, as I've said, I cannot read the Daily Bread because it is a conflict of interest. It is a copyright issue due to the fact that they have their own narrated version of the Daily Bread portion of the Bible. I mean, of the magazine. And so, therefore, I'm not allowed to read it. It is called Eternal Eyes. Well, okay, I'm allowed to read it. I'm just not allowed to read it for you. But I can read the scriptures that go along with it. But you know what? First off, you need to know who this is brought to you by. The Daily Bread portion of the program is brought to you by the Bible with Briscoe. Yes, the Bible with Briscoe is a daily reading of the Bible, which features a portion of the Old Testament and a portion of the New Testament to be completed within 1 year. That's right, a daily reading of the Bible to be completed within 1 year. Today's readings are going to be Esther 6 through 8 and Acts 6. Alrighty, let's see. 2 Corinthians 4, 7 through 8. Well. By the way, today's devotion is called Eternal Eyes. Eternal eyes. You know what an eternal eye is, right? That's an eye that's not fixated. It's fixated on the inside, not on the outside. Say, for instance, you've got someone who's died, and you've got some issues with God that leave you kind of nearsighted on what is going on here on earth, but not really far-sighted enough to remember that God's got everything in hand. That's right, God has everything in hand for you, and He can indeed help you in the long run. And so therefore, having an eternal eye so that you can see the blessings that are built up and worked upon daily. Sorry, I got to turn this heater off. There we go. See, I have a little heater over here that when I get too cold, I just flip it on. And whenever I get too hot, I just flip it off. But the air conditioner kept kicking on. Ow! That was my knee hitting that computer desk. And that, my friends, did not feel good. Talking about a bruise, that's going to leave a mark. All right, but that's okay. We'll have to deal with it. Okay, anyway, that being said, it is time for our portion of the program called Our Daily Bread, and yes, Eternal Eye. Internal Eye, that's it. So today I'm going to be reading 2 Corinthians 4, 7 through 18. And so here we go. 2 Corinthians 4, 7 through 18. But we have this treasure in jars of clay, to show that this all-suppressing power is from God and not from us. We are hard-pressed on every side, but not crushed, perplexed, but not in despair, persecuted, but not abandoned, struck down, but not destroyed. We always carry around in our bodies the death of Jesus, so that the life of Jesus may also be revealed in our bodies. For we who are alive are always being given over to death for Jesus' sake. So that is, his life may also be revealed in our mortal bodies. So then, death is at work in us, but life is at work in you. It is written, I believed, therefore I have spoken. And since we have that same spirit of faith, we also believe and therefore speak, because we have known that the one who raised the Lord Jesus from the dead will also raise us with Jesus and present us with you to himself. All of this is for your benefit, so that the grace is reaching more and more people may cause thanksgiving to overflow to the glory of God. Therefore, we do not lose heart, though outwardly we are wasting away, yet inwardly we are being rewarded day by day. For our light and monetary troubles are achieving for us an eternal glory that far overweighs them all. So we fix our eyes not on what is seen, but on what is unseen. And since what is seen is temporary, but what is unseen is eternal. And there you have it, 2 Corinthians 4 through 7. That's been the Daily Bread portion of the program, which was brought to you by the Bible with Briscoe, a daily reading of the Bible to be completed within 1 year, with your messenger of the Word of God, Shenandoah Briscoe. Today's scriptures are going to be Esther 6 through 8 and Acts 7. Please tune in to the Bible with Briscoe 2020. All right, hey, that's it for me. Looks like the end of the Shen Show. I'm going to have to sing a song for you, though. It kind of goes like this. Oh, well, goodbye, my friends. It's time to go. I say goodbye, my friends. It's time to go. I hate to leave you, but I really must go. So goodbye, my friends, goodbye. This here's been Shenandoah Briscoe saying hello and how are you? Thanks for tuning in to the Shen Show, and as always, God loves you and so do I, so be blessed and come back and see me tomorrow because, well, hey, I'll be here and I hope that you are too.